Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali, I pray you are doing very well, as that is your nature. And just submit to the one and only, use his, above wise guidance, and you will slowly achieve the better you that he made you to be. That's just who you are, really. Now, all of that said, I blew up the Fukushima, okay? And I'm not saying that necessarily as if it's a lighthearted thing. I mean it very, very seriously. So I entreat you to like, comment, subscribe, and watch the entire share, because I hope it'll be short, but I kind of doubt it will be, because I have so much data to share with you. But all of that, taking that into account, what I mean is Fukushima is the key to everything that's happening right now. And what is just scintillatingly awful about it, in a terribly beautiful, awful way, is that as I blew up the Fukushima, getting the warning out beyond my original hope that I would be able to get it out and about with Black Us, all the rest of us can do that too, for the truth that comes along with exposing Fukushima, which is that the devil's gone too far. Before, and I'm not even talking about this era, but the way that he has oppressed Black Us, the whole world who is just terrified of white man, breathes a sigh of relief and says, oh well, we don't like them black folks anyway. If this is the person, the target of white men's ire specifically, we'll go along with it. And with Fukushima, that's all changed, so that it's not just the madness of whiteism directed at Black Us, and specifically diasporic African us here in the unentitled snakes of America, because we have a love, a tour de force love of truth that outstrips every single nation on the planet. But you can't convince me that the entire world of different tribes and nation states wants the only planet we have to be utterly destroyed. Now, these titular heads of state like Xi Jinping, they all know, otherwise they would confess so many different psyop and false flag operations. They would just come out and be unapologetically truthful about what is going on, and yet they're not. And so this is a satanic elite controlled hierarchy, whereas the henchmen who are getting the job done for these leaders, as China's been such an education, because I got to see how Xi Jinping, in front of the cameras, booted one of the ex-presidents of China, I don't know their name specifically, but Hu Jintao, was summarily escorted out just when all the foreign cameras came in. And I know it's because Xi Jinping is on board for the Georgia Guidestones culling, and that's what they're accomplishing. And so all the regular folk on the planet, they don't want to have three-headed babies. Ain't nothing anybody can say that would convince me that people would applaud the ravages that come about inevitably from radiation. So they've gone too far. We've been estrange from our sacred mathematical, biological curiosity over generations, so that it took some time before we could get enough curiosity once again that a sister like me could have the chance of being born and from youth have a just magnetic draw to science and all the topics therein, so that when Fukushima popped off, and my conclusion firmly, it was deliberately exploded, I would have enough knowledge to recognize what that was. And because of my insistence, knowing that can't be good, that can't be good, I continued my investigation. I didn't take no for an answer, and our enemy depends on our ignorance, and so that I could have, and certain things would veer me off a little bit, like Arnie Gunderson, a former nuclear executive who is, in watching these different operatives, I've learned just how detailed the programming, the social engineering is, because Arnie Gunderson was a nuclear executive who, he says, he walked off his job. I'm assessing from how misdirecting his information is. He's supposed to be this whistleblower against nuclear, but he always segregates the harm from Fukushima, right in Japan. Oh, hell no. You just look up the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, and they stated Fukushima radiation has been found all over the world. Then I started doing the reading. Oh my goodness. And I found out that Fukushima has literally by now been maybe about 30,000, 50,000 nuclear bombs, probably more. But at the same time, all these nuclear facilities have been venting what they call noble gases. Okay, that's the xenon and the gamma and all of these different things, but that's not the sum total of it at all. They also vent nuclear isotopes, which then all these facilities are right around farmland, and that gets into the food stream. That's before Fukushima. Fukushima is magnitudes, oh, so much worse. But all of these different nuclear accidents, and then the military nuclear accidents that they don't even report in the news. These things let me see why they have, as signed into law by the United States Congress, not threat, but it's just what they'll do to these scientists. If you are on the books, if you sign up to the coven of the unentitled snakes of America, and you reveal the secrets about radiation, man-made radiation, you can be assassinated on the spot. No trial, no nothing. And speaking of trials, there's no law against contaminating everybody's food with radiation, because they know the mother of all bomb threats, that's just them having studied Muhammad Ali, where, you know, like rope-a-dope, I sting like a butterfly, float, wait, no, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, okay? They studied the psych out. They know, and it's in the Bible, that they're going to be like bloviating all over the place. Oh, we got drones, we got this, we got that. Funny enough, they never talk about we got man-made radiation. All of these creatures just being wiped out by the billions. And they never, ever, these scientists always never mention Fukushima or man-made radiation. And so when I saw that, I said, oh, I know what I'm looking at. And when I read the books, I confirmed that I do know what I'm talking about. And so I blew up the Fukushima. And that's one of those things that, you know, they don't want to come out and target the channel specifically based on that, because they depend on your ignorance. Your ignorance. And your doubt. They were like, who is she? She's just a black housewife. Nobody gonna listen to her. But then I became a black author, all right? And that's a whole sight different. Because then I prove, because I have people who I don't talk to you anymore because I know you're an agent, but who were saying, oh, she's such a sweet little housewife. She just, she's a little crazy maybe. But, oh no, let me show you my book collection. Right? All these dudes right here, I know what I'm talking about. And so, seeing the scope of their BS, like Brother Yappo Yappa shared a video with me of old, like 1950s behind the mic, where they showed when they did those radio broadcasts how much they had to work to make these sounds so that in the child's mind it would seem as if it were the real thing in his imagination. And that's how they managed to just hope that you will succumb to the programming that we're the worst people on the planet. This is something that's still out there amongst us. This is the swirlers have been so defeated, but there were points of their argument that we all would go, oh yeah, you got a point about us about that. But right now, like there's one thing going around where people are saying, oh, well, slavery was a choice. We're all not saying that. We were wonderfully horrified when Kanye said that. But some of us sat back and said, well, maybe it was a choice. Why didn't we fight back? Well, right now in China, there are levels of human rights atrocities happening, including right now, but that's them all in little plastic cages lined up out the streets, and there's no room to move around, no chairs inside. That's not a choice. That's a fake out. That's Willie Lynch, Chinese style. All over their quarantine, over their lockdowns. They even stopped calling them lockdowns because it was upsetting people too much. But that's what they want. They want people upset because they want that Georgia Guidestones to come true, right? To make it come true. And so that's why they keep encouraging. When you see Maxine Waters and LeBron James getting upset over words and saying, I don't know why we're not out there, shooting stuff up. When I saw the freaking folks coming into the United States from across the Mexican border, I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. That's not natural. Why would they be coming here in droves? Unless it's all part of their Edward Bernays social engineering, where they want us to make certain conclusions. I'm going to share in the links this article where even the way they put this social media together, it's meant to literally change your brain function, the way that you reach conclusions based on the inevitable sensation of accomplishment you get from checking to see how many likes did I get. Oh, wow, I'm really getting my message across. That's why I haven't changed what I share, even though this channel supposedly has, like, I don't know, way under 500 subscribers. Because they're the ones who run all these algorithms. They're the ones who run all these numbers, including that we're terrible people, that the gender war is real. It's fake as heck. I had an amazing, I love this brother. Oh my goodness. And we all do. We all get frustrated sometimes. But lately, I have come to such an acceptance and a resolution and a peace based on the fact that I only want the approval of the one and only, the Most High. Allah, I call him that. He came to me in that way. And many call him Yah. I mean the creator of everything. Okay, because all of this is a battle coming from the devil against the Most High, using whatever he can. And most of what he's using, including threatening the bodily safety of our children with this encouragement to pedophilia with drag queen story hour. Most of it's distractions. Okay? But I've come to a peace knowing I just want to be found acceptable to him, if that's possible. I'm not saying that I just take it as a given that I am. Only he'll know. And he don't play no games. He don't play no games. You have got to dispense with all the, oh, I'm the spiritual, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, no, 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 no. He's the one who told all of us about this. I'm just putting pieces together myself. But when I look at, oh, the pouring of the cups, there you go. Pacific Ocean coming up on the rivers, in the air, all over, in our food. That the FDA is now allowing food from Fukushima. Right? And they just tested Mainichi News, which had an article stating the soil around Fukushima is just as radioactive today as it was before, right when the whole thing exploded. Hundreds of tons of radiation into the environment. That's what's being allowed into our food. We got the sea moss. We got the radioactive rice heading over to Africa. And I'm sure right on up in here. Okay? And these are all things that I'm just putting the pieces together, and I know it's not, I ain't make myself. I don't know why he would just put this in my heart like it has been, so I can't stop warning you. So I can't stop. I wasn't planning on writing no daggone books. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I could do that. But I did because I had to. And I found out, oh, I'm a daggone good writer. Okay? I'll put the link to Sister Gwen B's review. She didn't even know I was gonna use it as a review, but she gave just from the heart. Her just interpretation, the way that she took in what I was writing, and it just floored me. And I look at that and I say, that's not me. As I was writing the book, I was also like, this is an amazing book. These are amazing books. That I was like, that's beyond me. I'm not saying that I was, like I was possessed or somebody came and they were writing the book for me. No, I wrote it. But that's because I was made, just like you, to rise above the programming of these fools. Okay? And so you go blow up the Fukushima because they've gone too far. They've gone too far. And we are the ones who are prophesied to stop it. Okay? And so donate, because I need that. I want to build a lab to test not just our food. It's not just, we're not going to just eat all the food on the planet. It'll be beneficial for everybody. Everybody. Okay? Whatever race you are, whatever nation you are, donate and purchase Furnace of Affliction Healing Radiation Damage to the Human Body, because that's what I found. That's why they hide it, because there's cures all over the place. But you have to know them specifically. Just eating healthy is not going to cut it. And you can get this book. This is incredible. You can get this book off my King's amazing website, 25,000yearcycle.net. For $20. $20 as an ebook. You get the guaranteed delivery right that second. Okay? Now, we'll get you the book too. That's because I'm working with my king now. He don't joke. He don't play. Right? You order something from us, it's coming right to you within like days. Days. Okay, and I don't mean like 7, 8, I mean like 5 days. Okay, because next day, as soon as we get the order, I put it together and I put it out in the mail the very next day, unless it's Saturday, in which case get it out on Monday, or if it's raining, then I get it out on Tuesday, but you're gonna get it in like a week, okay? And then we need our narrative to change so that you believe a sister like me. So I wrote This Black in This Black Nation. Whew, I'm going to be doing the audio because I know for a lot of us it's hard to sit down and read a book, but read the book. The book is so submersive and immersive. And you assist me. But the audio book is coming up. It's just, it takes time. I'm just one person. My king is wonderfully beneficial, but he ain't help me write these. He ain't gonna help me do the audio book other than he knows about equipment, right? But I'm just saying, I look forward to doing the audio book too, but it takes time. It takes time to do those things. I will be doing the soap again, and all of you who bought the soap when I was doing it prior, I'm going to be sending you a free sample in the mail of my new variety of soap. It's going to have rosemary in there. I think Sister Gwen B suggested that, and so I'm going to take up that suggestion, and I'm still going to have the new black soap and the Sil Bar. So I also have the lip balm too, which is amazing. It's so good. Goodness gracious. I should not even have to say, but I will, because I never get tired of telling you. Love you. Straight black family pride, and we are forever. Peace and blessings, family. How long was this? Yeah, 20 minutes. And of course, you know, I got our brother's book, Yappa Yappa Melanin, because we are serious about controlling our beautiful black narrative.